Sandgate and Stratton were two of the Northshire towns which held their annual town meetings in the beginning of May. Sandgate had an informational meeting on Monday, May 3rd, followed by Australian ballot voting on May 4th. Tuesday, May 4th was also the day the town of Stratton held their annual town meeting, an in-person traditional floor meeting at their town hall. Both communities opted to postpone the usual March town meeting for a couple of months in the hopes that some of the pandemic-induced restrictions would be less onerous. Those attending the Sandgate town meeting heard a legislative update from their state representatives, Kathleen James and Seth Bongartz, and the town select board discussed and answered questions about the articles on the town warning. A discussion about the money Sandgate is in line to receive through the ARPA, or American Rescue Plan Act, where communities will be receiving federal revenues directly on a per capita basis, was one topic of conversation, as was getting funding for maintaining gravel roads.
Though quite a bit is still unknown, what we did find out from Karen is that town governments will be receiving about $99 per capita in direct local aid. So you can estimate about $99 per capita is going to be coming straight to town government. Counties are also receiving an additional $199 per capita. And the county money, since Vermont's a state that doesn't have a county governance structure, the county money is going to be divided up proportionally in some way, we're not quite sure yet, between the towns. So every town in Bennington County will be getting its town money and a share of its county money.
The big thing is that we put all of our culverts in, we've got most of our drainage is taken care of, but we've been told you need to build your roads up, but we can't build our roads up if we don't have gravel money.
And they won't give you a grant for gravel.
No, there are none in the state of Vermont.
It's considered maintenance, so they won't give you grants right now.
But if you don't maintain, you don't achieve either.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for bringing that to our attention.
We don't want to take away that.
The informational meeting went by fairly quickly, with no outstanding or controversial questions being raised. Voters came back to the town hall the following day to vote through the proposed budget and elect town officers. Over on the other side of the mountain in Stratton, it was a fairly quick and straightforward meeting as well, the difference being that voters present decided everything off the floor. Given the COVID pandemic and the changes it imposed on town meetings and warnings, Stratton Select Board opted to keep the warning fairly basic. Elections were held for openings on the Select Board and other town offices. Both the General Fund and the Highway Fund budgets were passed, along with financial support for the town's fire department. Following a short break, after the town meeting was adjourned, Stratton School District held its annual meeting. Positions on the school board were filled, and the school budget of $1.23 million was approved, along with agreement by voters to pay the tuition for Burton Academy. Town Clerk Kent Young summed things up afterwards.
Between the two meetings, they were very short for a normal meeting, but not significantly shorter than our meetings usually go. In a typical year, we do have a couple of issues that come up that are controversial or worth additional discussion. But like I said, we didn't really include anything on either of the agendas or the warnings that would be controversial. For instance, the marijuana situation that towns could vote on was put off. We probably consider that next year at the earliest, unless they want to bring it up sooner. But I think between nothing there and limited number of people here, and with the COVID situation, I think the idea of trying to keep it short and sweet worked out well, and we are finished with another year's meeting.
Next year, presumably these meetings will be back to their usual times in early March. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.